Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Dayna with From Fertility to Delivery. This is a video series talking about the spiritual fertility class that I have online. In this specific video, I'm talking about the conception cradle. What is the conception cradle? This is the beautiful energy that is created when you actually fertilize the egg. So the sperm hits the egg and fertilization occurs, but that's just the physical act. For every physical act, there is an energetic act that's happening on an etheric level. As above, so below. That is the law of correspondence. It's one of the universal laws on the planet. So as the egg is being fertilized, there is this beautiful conception cradle that is happening. And I go into this in detail in my spiritual fertility course. So what is a conception cradle? Basically, you have the mother, the father, and they come together like this. And they basically create a goblet type structure, but it is energetic. And within that goblet or vessel or, wine glass, however you want to see it in your mind's eye, the baby comes in and nestles into that cupped area. And the energy and the essence of the spirit baby stays there, and that is when conception occurs. And it is fantastic. I've been able to visualize it in my mind's eye, and it is a very gentle process that occurs. But once that happens, the baby is saying, yes, I am ready to come earthside. Let's get pregnant. Now, there's ways to create the conception cradle, to energetically bring it into your existence. And this is what I go through in my spiritual fertility course. Now, this is one of the last classes that I talk about, that I offer in the class, because there's a lot of steps to get to the conception cradle. There's a lot of energy blocks, like Akashic record clearing. There's a lot of Kundalini and chakra alignment that you can get into. So if you've found that you're in a lot of blocks with fertility, learning about the conception cradle is massive, because it really helps you get to that point where you can energetically design the fertility aspect. And once you have that created, there's a lot that will come into alignment for the baby to come earthside. And you can do this with your partner. You can do it without your partner if they're not really into the spiritual aspect of pregnancy. A lot of these spirit babies connect to the father, and you are the vessel. Maybe they have like a karmic connection to the father of the baby, and you are the vessel that's going to bring them onto the planet. Sometimes it's the mother that has the connection, that has had the past lives with the baby. So it could be anything like that. But no matter what it is, there still is a triune. There is the father, the mother, and the baby. And that's why the number 3 is a magical number for the universe. The universe works off of 3, 6, and 9. And we get that from Tesla's information, Nikola Tesla. So you can look at that information. He says those numbers are the keys to the universe. And the base of those numbers is 3. And the reason 3 is such a beautiful number is because it is the number that connects us to creation. Because you have the divine feminine, you have the divine masculine, and then they come together to make the baby. And that's what the conception cradle is, basically. So in my spiritual fertility class, I go over all of that. I go over how to create it, what it is, what it looks like. And we go over a lot of ways to connect the baby to the conception cradle. We actually go into chanting. Now, chanting and spiritual fertility, they go hand in hand. When you look at the larynx and you look at the cervix, they're shaped the same way. So there's a lot of things that are created through manifestation, as above, so below. So the throat is actually creating what's happening in the womb. And that's what we go into in the class. It is pretty epic and amazing. I'm glad I was able to connect the dots and bring it to you in a very easy way to digest it. because for those of you that may not be too spiritual, maybe you weren't raised that way, I really break it down and I help you through it step by step. So my website is fromfertilitytodelivery.com, and you can find me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and I'm also on Rumble. And you can email me with any questions. If you have questions about the conception cradle, because sometimes it doesn't connect, the dots don't connect, it's really important to get some answers before you invest. So feel free to contact me. And speaking of manifestation and gratitude go hand in hand. So for November, if you're watching this video in November of 2024, I have a inner circle that I'm focusing on, and it's about gratitude and manifestation. It is Thursday, November 21st at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That would be 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and that's in the US. So whatever time that is for you, you can go ahead and figure that one out. But I really would love to share this information with you because it's just so important. If you know that you want to invest in this, but you have some questions, please reach out to me. I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. But I want to make sure that you know that you're supported through this. You're not alone. There's many women dealing with starting a family without infertility, just starting on the path for the very first time, having baby fever, all of those wonderful things. And also the juxtaposition of that is the folks out there that are suffering with infertility and that have been diagnosed with certain things and just looking for a different way to attack fertility. And this is something that could be missing off of your checklist. The energetic side of it, because everything starts with energy and then it becomes manifest. That's one of the universal laws, and that's just how it works. So thank you for being here. And my next video, we're going to talk about the bonds you make before birth, and that'll wrap up my series. I may add some more videos, I'm not sure, but for now I have 7 videos. So you'll find this on my YouTube channel. I can also put it as one of my stories in my Instagram, which will be easier to find. But I'll definitely put these videos consecutively together so you can find them quickly. Thank you so much for being here. Lots of love, and I'm sending you tons of love from my heart to yours. Many blessings.